family business established in 1973 in Sydney with over 47 years experience in the wedding and hire car industry. Their years of experience, range of luxury modern vehicles, attention to detail, efficient and effective customer service will make your wedding day, wedding late night getaway, school formal, birthday, special occasion or corporate event an enjoyable ride. All of their vehicles come with chauffeurs and are fully equipped to meet all of your requirements. With so many different cars to offer, HF Wedding and Hire Cars is your one-stop shop for all your hire car needs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome HF Wedding Cars. Hi guys, it's Joe the Wedding Master here tonight. I have another special episode. I'm not at a wedding venue tonight. I'm actually at the headquarters, the home base of one of Australia's, New South Wales, Sydney's best wedding car hires or just hire car companies. This is Giancarlo. Hello, Giancarlo.
Hey Joe, how are you?
From HF Wedding Cars. How are you going?
Not bad yourself, how are you going?
You know what, I'm doing really good. We're inside his showroom tonight and we have a couple of the beasts, of the exclusive cars behind us. And I've got to say, look, it's hot in here tonight, so if you start seeing the sweating, it's not just all the lights, we're all set up. It's hot in here, but it's really good to talk to you on camera. We've known each other for almost 30 or 25 years. And if you're looking at us going how old we are, we've known each other since, nappies.
Almost nappy days, yeah.
Yeah. And a big shout out to Mimma's Hair Salon, in Haverfield.
She's still there?
She's still there.
After 50 odd years.
Yeah, still cutting my mum's hair.
She is.
So there you go. But it's amazing. And we've said this a few times. We both ended up in the wedding industry. But so tell me how you came to be HF Wedding Cars.
Look, obviously been around for 47 years. The old man started it back in 1973. It basically just sort of started. Obviously, he had a nice Mercedes back then, and sort of friends, family would ask, "Can you do me a favour? Can you do me a favour?" And from a favour, it became something every weekend. And from there, he said, "You know what? Let's make something of it." So,
and he started here in the local area.
Started it back in Haberfield.
Yep.
So he was basically always been based in Haberfield and in Five Lock, and that's where the sort of name comes from. So it was always called Haberfield Five Lock Wedding Cars.
Okay.
And from there, obviously, as the business progressed over the years, it got to a stage back in the early 2000s when I sort of took over from Dad back in 2000, just before the Olympics. It got to a stage that sort of our name was sort of, holding us back a bit, sort of alienating.
It was restricting you.
Yeah, people think they're only based in Haberfield and Five Lock,
Yep.
I mean, wherever area, they're an hour away, half an hour away, don't they cover us, don't they suit our area? So from there, it was a way of, I wanted to sort of keep that name for respect for Dad, to honour his name and legacy, but obviously sort of be able to take us into the future. So obviously we abbreviated Haberfield Five Lock Wedding Cars to HF Wedding and Hire Cars, and here we are today.
Well, there you go. Look, a lot of people have asked me, what does HF mean? And, I've had some people have some funny goes at it, but Haberfield Five Lock, there you go. So, so in your range, so people come to you, and look, I send a lot of couples to Giancarlo, and he given them his personal mobile number, which I know he loves. But I do say, look, he kind of, there's different car companies out there they're a specialty. They have this and that. Giancarlo kind of has a different range. So what's in your range?
Obviously, we specialise in ultra modern vehicles. So obviously, from the stretch limos you see behind us with the stretch Hummers and Chryslers for the bigger bridal parties, people have a really obviously fun time with those cars. So we've always had Mercedes Benz. We've always started with Merc. So we've obviously kept them in the fleet with sort of Mercedes convertibles and sedans and the like. We've also got Audis. We've also got a large range of Maserati on the fleet as well over the last few years.
I'd like to see his garage.
Yeah, so it's we've got obviously wide-ranging vehicles. We've got the Range Rovers on the fleet as well.
Wow.
And anything that basically we can incorporate, we do. Yep. So anything that's ultra modern. If people want Rolls-Royce or supercars in terms of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, pretty much whatever people need, we'll definitely cater to their every requirement and package up whatever they basically need from us.
And this is what I was saying. I've sent a lot of customers to yourself, and they've said, look, we want the Mercedes for the everyday, but my husband wants a Ferrari on the way, and I know you've looked after him. You said, look, I'll handle it for you, which is good. That's what makes you guys.
Yeah, you want to become a one-stop shop. You don't want to have to go a little bit here, a little bit there. No. You want to come there as one person, see what they want, package it together, and obviously look after them. And you they're just dealing with one person. You're running the whole show for them, and whatever they need, you sort of catering to their every need and requirement on the day. And that's very important. Obviously, the couples feel that they're dealing with someone that's been around a long time, got the experience, you tried and tested, and you know that you're going to deliver on what they're after on the day, and they can just do it with one person and know they feel it's safe and secure with that person.
Very good. And look, and a lot of what I do as an MC and a lot of the vendors that I interview, I always ask, about preparation. So is this like a last minute thing? Do people need to book you well in advance? I know as an MC, most people book me about a year in advance.
Yeah.
There's some people that are a year and a half. So is there a time frame that you say, if you're doing a wedding and you've got 4 cars, for example, that's an average 4 cars, isn't it?
Yeah, look, anywhere between 2 to 4 cars is pretty common. People might get one limo just for their bridal party. They want to have a bit of music, bit of fun. They're great in party machine in terms of that people can really enjoy that.
Yep.
But your normal package, you'd have as a car for the bride and groom, which is like a lead car, like a convertible or a nice sedan of some sorts. Then have like a limo for bridal party, a car for the parents, or they might just want to go like a lead car for the bride and groom, then like a fleet of smaller vehicles for their bridal party and parents and the sorts. But in terms of preparation and time frame, as you know, 2021 is going to be a crazy year in the wedding industry with all the postponements, unfortunately, due to this year. Next year is absolutely
especially the first 3 months. So we're filming this. It's the 16th of December right now. So this will probably air in a couple of weeks from today. So we're looking still at 2021. And I know that the first 3 months, a lot of the weddings moved over. But then, look, 2021 is just still a busy year.
Yeah, it's a busy year. And obviously now with the restrictions easing, you're finding a lot of the new people that were sort of holding back a bit, they're now entering the market. They're entering the market again now. So
what's the average time?
Yeah, look, anywhere between sort of 6 months.
6 months?
8 months is pretty common. 6 to 9 months is fairly common. If they've got like a specialty car that they actually really want that particular car, the more notice you can give, the better. Because there's obviously certain vehicles in the industry that are sort of very, very limited. Like the Maserati Quattroporte we run, they're very limited in the industry. So if you want that car, you need to get in early, because otherwise... you can find other cars, but they may not be necessarily what you want. You've got to go for other options that you may not have wanted, basically.
I did an episode called The Top 10 Tips of Planning a Wedding. If you haven't seen it, it was out a couple of weeks ago. But one of the tips that I had is anything you want for your wedding, book it. There's no early. If you're 2 years away and you want something specific for your wedding, if you want that stretch Hummer, if you want that Maserati, book it. Book it straight away. Call him, book it, put your name against it, because...
It's yours. Once it's booked, it's yours.
I tell a lot of couples, a year is nothing in weddings. A year will just go.
Absolutely.
So if you think, I'll just wait, it'll go. So, and look, HF have a very good reputation. I've seen your drivers always dressed. Yeah. It's a presentation thing as well. Yeah, but what else is part of the package?
Yeah, look, it's a very important part of the package.
And good looking. These drivers are good looking.
The chauffeur is a very important concept. At the end of the day, from the office as an owner, you can only deliver so much, and you can sort of lead people up into their day and give them everything that they need and feel comfortable and put all the means and plans in place. But in the day, ultimately, it's a chauffeur that needs to deliver on that on the day. And our team of experienced guys are second to none. They're like family to us, basically, if they're not already family.
You've had some drivers that have been around for years.
Yeah, they have. So we've got our core team of guys that have been around for a long time, and they're tried and tested, and we love them, and the absolute respect that they give to the clients and be part of their special day, they feel they're part of the day. You're with them for so long that you want to give your best to your brides and grooms and make them feel the special importance. They're one day in their life that they'll never forget. So what you do on their wedding day, they'll never forget you. So
that's right.
That's all important. And obviously, there's a lot that goes into the package. Obviously, everyone does a white ribbon and red carpet and that sort of thing, but we've got black tie covers to protect the brides and bridesmaids' dresses as they come out of the car.
Wow, didn't think of that.
Yeah, we spray their flowers, the brides and bridesmaids' flowers as they come out of the car
on
a warm day. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, champagne, refreshments, it's all part
red
of the
carpet.
service on the day. The red carpet to come out, so when they come out of the car, the first step is on that red carpet.
Looks good on camera.
Yeah, little things like fanning out the bride's dress and spacing out the bridesmaids before they walk down the aisle. These are all things that probably don't mean a great deal to someone when they're in the lead up, but on the day they're little added points.
Very good.
That mean that difference, that sort of separate you from everyone else, and that's crucial to delivering on that service.
Well, look,
today.
I'm going to ask you a question that I get asked, and because I usually, when you drop them off at the venue, you take a few photos and the cars go to it later in the night. But a lot of couples come to me and they say, is there any tips leading up to the wedding? I'm going to ask you now, is there any tips that you could say to your future bride and grooms for the day? Should they have stuff that they bring with them in the car or anything like that? If you had to give a tip to every bride and groom.
Yeah, look, the main thing, obviously, the brides, they need their touch-up lippy. They can't let that go. Their little makeup packs.
Yeah, little packs. That's one. Very good.
Absolutely crucial for them on the day. But look, things like we carry sewing kits in all our cars.
Very good.
So, we've done many emergency repairs on the day, getting out of the car or someone's pulled someone or something. Little things can happen. We've done many a quick repair.
I've seen your
on
boot.
the
It's
day.
stacked with water, champagne.
We've got everything. We've got there's not everything's in there bar the kitchen sink, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes if I'm thirsty, I just
it's-
pull them over and go and have a drink.
That's it. Exactly right. So, look, at the end of the day, you can never have enough.
Yep.
We've got Band-Aids, first aid kits in all the cars, bobby pins, safety pins. Like I said, things that probably don't mean anything to someone before the day, but on the day,
Oh, they'll
can be
mean it.
very, they can be very crucial to obviously
It'll
the
mean if they
overall
need it.
outcome.
Like you
Absolutely.
said, bride. We've all seen it. A bride comes out of the car and someone stepped on the dress and it's ripped.
It can happen.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? So it's just all part of the day that, you try and have as many things catered for as you possibly can.
Well, you said the word catering, right? Food. That's a big thing that I feel that, either just bridal parties think they're going to get picked up at 9 a.m.
Yep.
and get to the wedding reception at 6 p.m.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, in terms of the refreshments, it's a very important part of the day. So
Yep.
whether it's, people want a glass of bubbly to calm the nerves, or after the ceremony to celebrate a little bit, bottled water, very important to keep hydrated, soft drink, all that sort of stuff, and just some general nibbles
Yep.
just to get through the day.
Yep.
And what we feel is just as long as you give people enough to quench the thirst, kill the hunger on the day, and then obviously they'll have a massive meal at night at their beautiful reception venue, which they live at that and some. But what we do is enough to get them through the day, which is very, very important.
Very good. And look, one thing, and this is to all the people that are getting married out there, and one thing I do like about HM, every wedding that I know I've got with Giancarlo's company, I will get a text message, and he knows if I don't get the text message, I'll ask for it, with the driver's number at the end of the night. The getaway car is a really important issue that I find as an MC.
Absolutely.
And Giancarlo and I now have worked together that often that he knows it's so important to me that I have the driver's number, not for anything. A bride might want to leave early. A bride might want to leave late, extend.
Yep.
And when I say bride, a bride and groom, a couple, whatever reason, I want to know the driver's number. So I can call him and say, come early, come late, relax, whatever it is. And the bags, the getaway bags.
Yeah, the getaway car bags. And the good things, obviously, we've spoken many a time, the bride and groom want to go early, or can you get a car early, and we can get a driver there, or you just might call just to check in. Obviously, we've got trackers on all the vehicles, so I can basically give you pretty much to the minute how far that driver is.
The best is when it was a busy Saturday night, and the bride wanted to leave early. It was about half an hour early, and all of a sudden, he goes, "Yeah, I'll be there." And it was at Aqualuna at 5, Doc.
Yep.
All of a sudden, who do I see walking up in the car?
I did. Man, that Sunday night was a good.
I remember that. Yeah, it was good. And look, that's dedication. So, talking about that, and look, I've never heard it happen with you, but I just want to ask. You're driving along during the day. Do you have backup cars? There's an accident. There's a
anything. Look, end of the day, it's machinery, so anything can happen. It's a perfectly fair question we get asked all the time.
What was your comment earlier about spare parts?
We carry plenty. Like, end of the day, you can never have enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And end of the day, whether you're helping someone else or someone needs to help you, things can happen. It's out of everyone's control.
But you always have a car.
But at the end of the day, obviously we've got 17 cars of ourselves on our own direct fleet. Plus, obviously, got a large network of suppliers that we work in with. So, end of the day, if you need something, you got to call upon each other to do something or help each other out. That's what it's all about. End of the day. So, as quickly as you can possibly respond to what they need and what is required of you, that's the most important thing. End of the day, and that's part of what we do. And that's why I don't drive myself anymore. A great deal in the office.
That Sunday night you did.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was like, hey, Giancarlo's here.
It was a Sunday night, 11, 12
Yeah,
o'clock. So
I remember that.
End of the day, you've got to jump behind the wheel. So let one of the team members go home, have a bit of a rest early. They've got an early start in the morning. Like, you do whatever you've got to do for your team to help out.
And you don't just do weddings. Obviously, you do everything.
We do everything. Yeah. So whether
I've seen you on TV.
Yeah,
I've seen.
We do a hell of a lot of corporate. We do a lot of tours. We do a lot of that. So we do a lot of TV work and the odd artists and things like that. We just we've got the fleet, so we might as well cater to every need. But obviously, our core niche market is weddings. That's what we've been known for since '73 from, and that's what we love. That's what we deliver on, and nothing better than giving a smile to your bride and groom and getting a nice thank you email, a nice thank you card, and appreciation.
Nice reviews.
Nice review. They're awesome. Just put a massive smile on your face, and it makes all the hard work and the effort that you're putting. Because obviously, it's not just jumping out of the warehouse on a Friday or Saturday or a Sunday, just driving out the door. There's so much that goes into the lead up, into the preparation in terms of quality control, in terms of all your vehicles, make sure they're kept well maintained, kept safely. We've got full-time sort of guys that sort of run and run the fleet and look after the fleet to make sure their cars are all in pristine condition, safe and ready to go whenever they're needed to.
And I've seen also the run sheet that these guys have created on a day, because yeah, you've got 4 cars and 2 have to be here and 2 have to be there, and I've never heard of you guys being late, which is really good.
Yeah, look, it's very important.
It's all in preparation.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's accountable. So at the end of the day, that's the most important.
I like that you got trackers on the car.
Yeah, well, the trackers keep everyone to account. So me first and foremost. So. And at the end of the day, if a bride wants to, as I said, wants to leave early, wants to leave later, wants something done, or she just wants just a general phone, just to have that peace of mind on the day, we can basically, to the minute, let her or the groom know, or any family member, whoever may call, where their car is. So
very good.
It's a very important part of what we do. And as I said, it's accountability for everyone, which is very important.
So how do people get hold of you?
Look, jump on our Instagram at HF Wedding Cars, or our website, www.hfweddingcars.com.au.
Very good. Well, thank you.
Mention Joe sent you. We'll look after you even more. No problems.
Yeah, that's what I say to people. Thank you very much for tonight.
Thank you.
I've got some video and I've got lots of images and from the hundreds of weddings that I've worked with these guys. They are really the best. But thank you once again. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's The Wedding Master AU. You're watching it right now. Hit the little red button. If you've got any comments, put them down below and we'll answer every one of them as we can. Thank you very much, Giancarlo. And guys, I'll see you next week.